Alright guys, second video for the day, and you're probably only going to get notified about 3 of them if you're lucky, so check the channel guys. DOJ IG checked 29 more FBI spy warrants and found problems with all of them. Yeah, that happened, but let's jump into it. So the Justice Department's Office of the Inspector General has a lack of confidence in the FBI's procedure to validate information used to obtain spy warrants on American citizens, the watchdog said in a report released Tuesday. The Officer of the Inspector General, the OIG, found errors in all 29 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act or FISA warrants applications that were subject to the review. The audit is following up an investigation of the FBI surveillance of the Carter Page, the former Trump campaign aide. The report of the investigation blasted the FBI for making dozens of errors and omissions in 4 applications to the Bureau submitted to the Foreign Intelligence Service Court, or the FISIC. The finding prompted the Justice Department to redact or retract 2 of the warrants because they were based on faulty information. When the IOG reviewed the review released Tuesday, suggested that FBI's problems are more widespread. As a part of our audit work to date, as described below, we do not have any confidence or do not have confidence that the FBI has executed its Woods procedures in compliance with FBI policy, the OIG said in a memo to the FBI Director Christopher Wray. As a part of the review, the IOG reviewed documents known as the Woods files for 29 applications filed between October 2014 and September 2019. FBI agents and officials are supposed to provide proof in the Woods files for every factual statement made in applications submitted to the FISA court in order to show the applications are scrupulously accurate. The OIG investigation of the Carter Page FISA application found numerous errors with the Woods files used in the investigation. The OIG reported, released December 9th, 2019, found that FBI agents working in the case failed to validate information from the infamous Steele dossier. According to the last audit, OIG investigators were unable to locate 4 Woods files for the 29 FISA applications, suggesting the FBI agents never filed them. The OIG audit also identified apparent errors or inadequate support facts in the 25 applications that were available for review. The audit also found that the FBI and Justice Department National Security Division did not conduct appropriate oversight of the FISA procedures. The OIG did not assess whether the errors were material or would have changed the FBI's decision to file the applications or the FISA court's decision to grant them. The audit does not provide specific information about the applications that were reviewed. The OIG report released December 9, 2019 found the FBI made at least 17 significant errors and omissions in the final Carter Page FISA application. The Justice Department deemed the 2 final FISA to be invalid because of all the errors. Look, at the end of the day, I would like to know what the errors are, right? Because if it's just stuff like spelling mistakes or whatever, which I doubt, but playing devil's advocate or stuff that, you know, like, for example, minor mistakes on documents, I get that. But if it's stuff as significant as, like they say here, 4 cases was not filing the backup proof for statements that have been made, well, that's my interpretation of it anyway. So, like, for example, when you go to the FISA court, right, you turn around and say you want a FISA warrant, and that FISA warrant is based on this claim. For example, Trump paid on Russian prostitutes, for example, right? Okay, and then the FISA court will turn around and say, okay, where's the proof of this? And then you supply these Woods files to back up your claim for this FISA document, right? It's like, I want to investigate this because of this claim. We have this to back up this claim. So therefore, there is some merit to this claim, and it's not just us being authoritarian. Now, from what I've read here, 4 of those 29 cases, they couldn't even find the Woods files, right? So they're assuming they were never filed in the first place. So in other words, they've just gone into the court, from what I understand, and has just made claims without even having to back them up. And the other 25, there was mistakes. So out of 29 cases, 25 had mistakes, and 4 of them seemingly just lacked proof of the situation, or lacked proof of the claims whatsoever. So this is not a good thing for the FBI. This is a bad look, and the FBI really needs to get a handle on this situation right now, because with the Trump spying, or them spying on Trump, Carter Page, the Manafort situation, like the whole situation is just absolutely stinks. And at the end of the day, this is supposedly the FISA court. This is supposedly the court where you go through, and it is to provide proof that so you can spy on your own citizens. This is supposedly was the holy grail. This is held up as the people aren't going to be able to spy on own citizens because this court will stop it. Now, of course, the court just basically rubber stamps everything that comes through, and we've found that out since then. But at the end of the day, this court is supposed to be the check. This is the court that's supposed to stop people being spied on. But doesn't seem to be doing any of that lately. It doesn't seem to be checking any of the information they've been told. It's not even asking for Woods files. There seems to be mistakes in these FISA documents. Like it is a shambles, and people are being spied on because of these FISA documents. So yeah, I think it's disgusting. I really, really do. I'd like to know what the mistakes were. I think they need to talk about the mistakes, because if it's minor stuff, fine, it's disgusting, but fine. But if it's major stuff, like people's rights were violated because of document errors that were just unsubstantiated proof, or whatever it may have been, or unsubstantiated claims, I should say, then at the end of the day, that's really bad. That's disgusting. That is absolutely appalling. And we've seen this with Manafort, well, not so much Manafort, but like Carter Page, for example. This is literally a case where they lied deliberately to spy on him. So, yeah, big shock. The government spying on their own people because the deep state doesn't like who might possibly win the election. But, Russian meddling in the election's bad, but it's okay when your own government seems to do it. Is that what the Democrats are trying to say right now? But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. To be honest, I want to know what those mistakes are. I really, really do. I'd love to know. Because let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this information has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to chat, welcome and subscribe. Remember, guys, 5 videos for the day. I'm going to hear about it from Ellen, aren't I? But hey, apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.